Okay, today we are playing a game on King's Row. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we'll be playing about half the game as Anna and about half the game as Mercy. I don't remember if we were on console or not, because I can't find the email this particular game was attached to. So also, if there was a question in your email, please let me know, so that I can answer it after the fact at least. There will be no sound from the game, by the way, because past me was listening to a video. It was about how Garfield has turned into an Eldritch abomination in popular culture, if you're curious. It was a video, certainly. So, wait, hold on. Who died? Which man died? I was thinking about Garfield. So, yeah, who among us has not gotten distracted thinking about Garfield sometimes, you know? So we're up here with Ash, that's a good time. Symmetra died. Unfortunately, we cannot realistically revive her because Reaper is on the way, so we instead choose to leave, which is fair enough. They've got Farah Reaper, which is, you know, a little inconvenient, because you don't want to go out in the open because of Farah, but Reaper wants you to be in the enclosed spaces because he has shotguns. We can res her, because she died in a convenient location, but it is all very much falling apart. That's the risk with rezzing somebody slow like Anna, you know, in that kind of situation, is the Anna can get run down, but whatever, you know. So, Grandma died. Grandma was gonna die eventually anyway. She probably didn't have long left in her. It's fine. Oh, is he gonna do it? He did it. Unfortunately, he's gonna get rezzed, because they've got a Mercy as well. Maybe not, actually. Okay, no, she did res him. She did res him in the end. So, it's a good time to be playing Mercy. We've got two good people to damage boost. McCree seems to actually be able to click on people as well, which is always beneficial. Oh, past me stopped listening to the video, it sounds like. So we'll turn the sound back on now. The voice suddenly stopped. Fantastic. Past me must have been like, I shouldn't really. So, anyway, I haven't got much to say. We're playing Mercy, alright? Leave me alone. We're playing Mercy. Everything's going fine, you know. I don't have much to say on how we're playing Mercy. A lot of people are getting killed. Such is life. We can't really revive them because people keep having the tremendous poor manners to die so far up we can't revive them. Which is unbelievably inconsiderate of them, isn't it? Don't you just hate it when your teammates can't be convinced to die nicely? I think we change off Anna after the first round. So, off Mercy to Anna after the first round. So, fuck Zarya, right? She's just in there. We are walking with that damage orb, by the way. We got one floating right next to us. Just like, go a little bit to the left, you know? Just a little bit to the left. Then maybe we don't die to this storm arrow that came around the corner. But, you know, maybe Hanzo just headshots you and then you go, fuck. It's a universal feeling when you get shot by Hanzo, and you never feel like it's earned, right? Hanzo never feels like he earned that kill. Widowmaker, at least, you know, you can, she clicked on me, right? Hanzo, there's always the faint impression that he was just firing aimlessly into a mess of people and happened to get you. We've all been stood at the very back of our team before and watched the one arrow just come straight through. So our whole team's dead again. They got Span on. We're playing Mercy. We haven't got much in the way of stopping that. What I will... Oh, past me started listening to the video again. Never mind. I just heard Garfield suddenly again. I must have gotten up, walked away, and paused the video, and then come back and started it again, actually. So what I will say about that round is that a lot of... Basically, we got kind of hindered by not having a defensive ultimate. Because people kept dying in ways that there wasn't really much we could do about as Mercy. Because they kept dying to ultimates, basically. There were a couple of fights where they, like, got picked off ahead of time, but that's a round where we would have been better off changing to Lucio or Zenyatta, because our team, for the most part, kind of kept getting comboed, and there was, well, not really combo, but they kept getting killed by ultimates, which, just give it a second. You know, if you're playing someone like Mercy, just give it a second before you come around the corner, because we got hit by the fire strike and then just got finished off. They're gonna volley you right at the start. Just hang around the corner for like a second, then come around, you know. I get you want to go out there immediately, but like, it's just kind of not worth the risk, right? So anyway, a defensive ultimate would have helped us try and pull our team through some of those situations, because just sound barrier or trance were kind of the only way we were really going to do much about a few of those team fights as a support anyway. And, you know, or we could have tried Baptiste as well, I guess. But I hate playing Baptiste. I don't know what it is about Baptiste. I just hate playing Baptiste. There's something about his kit that just feels weird. I think it's the fact that, you know, I think I've figured it out. Baptiste feels like he is at the absolute border of DPS and healer. You know what I mean? He feels like he is literally 1 pixel away on the chart from flipping into healer or DPS. And I think it gives him a terribly middle-of-the-road feeling kit, where it's just like, I feel like I have to play DPS, but I also feel like I have to play support. And I don't want to play both simultaneously, to be honest with you. Maybe that's just me. But I just hate playing Baptiste, man. I don't like it. Now you could say the same exact thing about Ana, in fairness. It's all a matter of perspective, isn't it, really? So Pharah is still going. Staying behind at that point is like, we are going to leave Pharah to die, choosing to leave at this point, pretty much. Because she's still going. She isn't stopping. So you pretty much have the fork there where you're like, well, do I trust the Pharah enough to go with her, or do I not trust the Pharah and I stay behind? But we did basically consign Pharah to death there. But it depends on how much you trusted the Pharah, on whether or not you want to go with her. Because she was going, like, real out in the open. So if it was a conscious decision to leave the Pharah, that's fair enough. But if it wasn't, I just want you to bear in mind that, like, when you do something like that, you are basically saying Pharah's gonna die, and I'm okay with that. Because she wasn't stopping. I wouldn't have gone with her, to be honest. This is where you might as well pull out the gun. Yeah, it took us a bit of... Oh my god, what a lamp! Oh, Baptiste, a hero. Reaper doing the do you see Reaper shooting us while we're stood under the lamp? Baptiste is a god, by the way, though. Like, can't have actually been an easy toss to make, to be honest. But he did it. Reaper shooting at us instead of the lamp, so we're just... stood there getting shot at, like, whatever, you know. What? The video just changed in the background, and I'm sorry that we're just gonna mute this whole fucking video. I'm getting distracted by the noises I keep hearing in the background. So we got too close to the ground, and we got. We weren't ducking from anything. Oh, we were rezzing somebody. No, then we do that. Yeah, that's the problem. The GAing into the Orisa. Maybe we were playing to, like, super jump up. Can you super jump while you're playing in Valkyrie? I never learned how to super jump, okay? I don't know. But, like, there's nothing to be afraid of height-wise, unless, like, you think Hanzo might get you, which he might, you know. No need to play that close to the ground, but we did go down to res somebody. But then we GA'd into the Orisa and just got caught. So now I changed to Ana, someone I should hopefully have more to say about than Mercy, because we were just kind of playing Mercy. I didn't have a lot to say about that one. So we didn't have our sleep dart. Why did we not have our sleep dart? Because that's what we do about that situation. That's very optimistic. So this is the thing you gotta bear in mind with Ana, is that her cooldowns are, like, real long. They're both 10-ish seconds. How long is Sleep Dart? 12 seconds. So 10-ish seconds still. They're really long cooldowns, and they both have huge playmaking potential. So I don't want you to use Sleep Dart just kind of hoping it hits somebody, because like, right there, we're really hoping Reinhardt takes his shield down, you know, to get hit by that, or that Zarya just kind of gets hit by it and doesn't use her bubble as well. It's very optimistic, pretty much, like, and then we don't have it for, like, this situation right here. We were a little slow to throw the bio grenade as well, it looked like. It was off cooldown when we started, right? Yeah, you want it on him immediately. Because, I mean, it might, first off, it might spike heal somebody enough to save them. And also, then he doesn't get to heal off of that for longer, so maybe that ends up saving Zarya, because he would have died like half a second sooner if he couldn't heal. We'll never know. This was an alternate dimension. Again, very hopeful. There's just kind of no reason for him to take his shield down in that situation, right? Don't let that... Now, to be fair, that's never stopped a lot of Reinhardt players before, but like... There's really no reason for him to not put his shield up if he's going to get yanked back by halt. Because that was probably the intention, was like he's getting halted back, so I'm going to try and sleep him. But like, once he starts getting halted, he should start blocking as well. So it's just kind of hopeful again. Sleep. I'm not so bothered about that one, because that one's firing into a giant cluster of people, so it has reasonable chance to hit somebody, right? Nobody in there's blocking. They're all kind of clustered up. We maybe hit their Moira that's using Coalescence as well. I'm not so bothered about that one. Needed to just step around the Orisa for this. I get, you know, we were probably trying to throw the bio grenade into the Graviton, but like, this thick bitch is kind of in the way, so you're gonna need to take a little steppy to the side, because we do want that bio grenade in the Graviton. Maybe we were just trying to heal Orisa with it, but if so, nah. Nanoing Orisa here would have been a good play, because we do try to sleep him first though, don't we? Yeah, by the time we actually go for the sleep, it's already pretty much done. Would have been sensible to just nano one of the tanks as well, because we have got like tempo at this point, right? Like half their team is currently dead. Well, a third of their team is dead. That's close enough to half their team when we're talking about one person. We're using a lot of ultimates. We haven't got much time left at this point. We've only got 40 seconds. So this is kind of the best chance we got. So I'm just gonna nano one of these tanks so they definitely don't die, pretty much. Which is basically just going to be the one that's closer to you in that situation, because they're both stunned on top of each other. But I basically just don't want the tanks to die, because if we lose the tanks there, we lose a tremendous amount of momentum as well. And there's no guarantee we actually, like, get a better fight than that, considering how many people use their ultimates. So instead we've nanoed the Symmetra in here, and she is very lucky to still be alive. We don't seem to be trying to heal her outside of that bio grenade that we threw there. Unless we're just missing there. We were probably missing in the middle of that. Because like we do that here. This is not attempting to heal her when she like pretty badly needs it. And there was probably just like a miss while we were trying to do it. But like, I don't want to take any shots at the enemy team there. We just nanoed the Symmetra. She's about to draw a lot of aggro. We gotta just like focus on healing her. And there were a couple of shots in there that were not trying to heal her, it looked like. So this is very scary for us. I don't really like that Baptiste did that, but hey, you know, it's what he decided to do. He died anyway, so that's the important thing after all. And it looks like we got him now. You know, a lot of us pushed Q. Baptiste got to push Q twice, so that's pretty exciting. And we got there in the end. And we've almost got Nano Boost ready again. So we are on a team where there is no guaranteed combo to use Nano Boost with. We have an Echo, so we maybe can, depending on what Echo does, but there's a tremendous amount of variance in what your teammates are going to do. My point is basically we don't really need to worry about saving Nano Boost to combo with somebody, because Echo may or may not work as a combo anyway. So if somebody's just like in a decent looking position to do some damage, we can just nano them. It's not like we're waiting to combo with a Genji, which is more or less guaranteed if you get it off, you know. Echo might end up copying their fucking Mercy for all we know. We've all seen it. There's, again, a very hopeful use of the Sleep Dart. Ana players do that a lot with the Sleep Dart, where they throw it out, and again, it's a very hard ability to actually hit people with, but then Reaper spins on you, and you've got no recourse anymore because it's on cooldown, right? You need to be real particular with how you use Sleep Dart, because it can save you from things that you're otherwise completely fucked by, right? I mean, you still gotta hit the Reaper anyway, which can be hard, but you get the idea. You need to know, like, one of two things, or be reasonably certain of one of two things, at least, which is that, one, if I sleep somebody right now, I've got a decent chance of sleeping somebody right now, I should say, and if I do, something will happen, right? This is the offensive way. I've got a good chance of hitting this guy, and there is a potential reward for it. Because you can potentially sleep somebody in a lot of situations, but if you do, nothing happens because they're behind their entire team, so you can't even get them even if they were asleep. I think I can hit them, and they probably die, basically, if I hit them. Or you're using it defensively instead, which is just kind of like, I hope I hit this Reaper. But you know why you're doing it. You know what you're using it for. Ana players have a tendency to just chuck the Sleep Dart out there. Just generally at them. They'll, like, hope Reinhardt takes his shield down and gets slept by it as he takes his shield down, which then he just doesn't take his shield down most of the time. I just don't like hoping that it does something, basically, because this is a 12-second long cooldown, and it's the only thing that gets you out of certain situations as Ana. So, just be, like, more particular with how you use it. Don't be like, it'll maybe hit somebody. Be like, I'll probably hit them. I got a good chance of hitting them, at least. And something will come of it. Or, oh fuck, my man's spinning on me. Don't just hope it does something, basically. So, now, we do have a combo again. We now have Pharah. We can combo Nano Boost with Barrage. Not really ideal, but, you know, it is feasible sometimes. Really wanted us to try and get ourselves with that splash right there as well. When you're getting got by a flanker, you really want to hit both of you with it, right? Like, he comes out right there, splash, right on the floor immediately. Instead, we just chuck it at him, and it barely doesn't get us as well. Just immediately spike it straight down. You really want to hit both of you when you do the flanker, because the flanker is almost certainly going to disengage or, like, use their get out of jail button when they get anti-healed. And you also spike heal up. Basically, you can get yourself and the flanker with the bio grenade. You generally defuse the situation. Not always, but you generally do. Just getting one or the other is less than ideal. I was gonna say, so just nano boosting Pharah in general can also be pretty good. She's one that is just generally alright to nano boost, even if they aren't using their ultimate. Because really what you're looking for when you nano boost somebody is that they have a pretty good chance of doing some damage, right? And ideally it's AoE damage as well. It's not hard to hit people as Pharah, right? If you nano boost a Widowmaker, you're really gambling a lot on that Widowmaker who, let's be honest, even if that Widowmaker has like 70 or 80% accuracy most of the time, the second you nano boost that Widowmaker, their accuracy is going to immediately halve just because they're like, oh shit, now I've really got to click on them. Because you know when you get nano boosted, you're thinking to yourself, if Ana doesn't hear this tick at least once, she's gonna be really fucking disappointed in me. Someone like Pharah, it's not hard to just hit people, you know? So Pharah is just generally alright to nano boost. That was an alright attempt at a sleep, because he's going really in. What I'm going back for is more that, like, after that, immediately look at the Pharah, because she's using Barrage. She's gonna immediately start taking a lot of damage right now. And no guarantee we save a Pharah as Anna, granted, but I want us to at least try to heal the Pharah through the Barrage anyway. So we got out of that one. Unfortunately, Reaper's over there as well, so this is all very scary. Where did Reaper go, actually? Oh, I didn't realize he did a hop happened there. He went up and then back down. I went back a little bit further than necessary, but just, oh, boop, and there we go. The video did stutter a little bit in there, I apologize. So I would have just chucked the bio grenade at either, just immediately throw it down, depending on how scared you are, or throw it at the Reaper. We're actually getting healed because Lucio used Amp It Up, so I'm actually not that concerned about us. I just want to throw it on Orisa and Reaper right there instead. Because again, if Reaper gets splashed, he's going to immediately use Wraith Form, basically, and you'll just disarm that situation, if nothing else. But didn't really matter overly, so the same thing was likely to occur regardless, but just, you know. Flankers don't like being anti-healed, especially someone like Reaper who also has a self-heal, right? So, anyway, that would have been a decent time to try and sleep the Zarya there. I just realized that, like, the UI is sliding off, isn't it? That's, like, how the video is. I'm not clipping it off or anything, so I don't know what's going on with this here, to be honest with you. I'm guessing Past Me didn't size it correctly when I was recording it. So this would have been a decent time to try and sleep the Zarya as well, because you're pretty likely to hit her, you know, she's already used her bubble, she's easy to hit from there. The splash does the same thing, so it's not really a big deal, it's just kind of which cooldown you prefer to use. I'd rather use the sleep dart personally, because I find the bio grenade to be more useful, broadly speaking. But it is also more likely to get the kill if you're not confident with the sleep dart. So it's like both cooldowns lead to the same result. It's just a matter of like confidence, basically, more than anything else. So anyway, here comes Moira. Moira's fucking dead. Yeah, that was a good nano boost. I didn't actually think we would nano boost the Tracer, but we did nano boost the Tracer. That was absolutely the correct play, because we don't want her to die right there. Tracer also not hard to hit people, and if she does hit them, she's going to do a fucking lot of damage while she's nano boosted. Low-key, really good people to nano boost are Tracer and Sombra. They actually do a fucking lot of damage while they're nano boosted, and they have, like, machine guns, so it's not exactly hard for them to hit people. The problem with nano boosting a Sombra is that you can guarantee the second you do it, she's pushing Translocator right as you push it as well. So she just immediately flies away from the battle right as you nano boost them. Such is life. You can say the same thing about Tracer, of course, but Tracer's going to get back in a little bit faster than Sombra is. So this is a very safe position to stand in, of course, but you can't really see around the corner, which is a bit of a problem, so we immediately jump down. You don't need to jump down. You could just go and stand, like, on the roof to the right of us, because that sees around that corner. You know, the second balcony, the one closer to us behind us. Because that sees down there. The only problem with that is you can't really see this part of the street properly. But you have a generally more useful angle. You're way safe up there. And if you need to see down there, you could just jump down and you're safe anyway. Because you're jumping down, like, right next to the, where the phone box is. So you can, there's plenty of things around there to use as cover. So you don't, like, immediately need to give up on the high ground idea. We could have just gone and stood on the balcony instead of in the window instead. Though the thing is with King's Row is that there isn't particularly useful high ground anywhere on the map, to be honest. This is a map more based around sight lines than it is high ground. In comparison to, or contrast, I should say, to a map like Numbani, which is basically all high ground. Except for the last checkpoint. Dorado, also all high ground, basically, even a little bit the last checkpoint. So, now, We are doing a little bit, so, I mean, I'm not really bothered about it, but, like, I will point out that we are kind of just, like, aimlessly firing into this mass of people as well. Like, it's not super deliberate what we're trying to do with our healing here, which is not ideal, because the thing is we're just kind of spamming into the mess of people, is that tends to lead to... Oh! Oh! Show it again! And that's why you go for the random sleeps, because the second, or well, it's not a random sleep, but this is why you go for the hopeful sleep sometimes, right? Far is fucking hard to hit, but when you hit it, you're like, oh, she's gonna uninstall the game after this match. Oh, yeah. Farah immediately takes, like, half her health and psychic damage right there. So as I was saying, the problem with just aimlessly shooting into the mess of people to heal them is that tends to lead to ammo issues, because Anna, her healing is gated by having to reload, right? So it's not really, like, a huge deal, but it does become more of a problem as you climb up. You're in plat right now, so, like, it's gonna start being a thing for you where you'll need to be more deliberate with how you heal people. Because if you just kind of spam into the people, then you end up having low ammo once a fight starts, and then you have to immediately reload. Basically, had to try and hopeful sleep the Farah right there, because she's not going to stop, basically. Especially not after we got her last time. Pretty much just have to go for it and hope we get her. And we lose the round because we didn't have enough, we didn't have any time on our round. The Mercy gameplay, I don't really have anything to say about it. We pretty much played Mercy. My only comment about that section remains, we really needed a defensive ultimate to get through some of those situations. And the other guy was a main healer, you were the Mercy, so you were pretty much the one that had to switch in that circumstance. If you don't play either of the defensive ultimate healers, whatever. To be honest, like, you don't play who you don't play, right? So, not a big deal if you don't. But basically, by the time we got to the third checkpoint, it was like, we're gonna need a defensive ultimate, it looks like, because our team just keeps getting really fucked and there's nothing we can do about it as Mercy. So we need to try and do something to change that, because we were just kind of powerless. It's unfortunate because we stood to get a lot out of the damage boost in that round, value-wise, but unfortunately we were just never really in a position to get it. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, pretty much. And then the Ana gameplay, the sleep dart, just be more careful with how you use the sleep dart, and don't just hopefully, like, hope it does something when you use it. Try and have, like, you know, a plan for why you're using it when you use it. And start worrying a little bit more about, like, where you're putting the healing. Don't just, like, spam into a group of people, which is very much like a crutch thing Ana's do. Because you'll see Ana players doing it as well, where, like, the tank hasn't even been hit yet, and they're still spamming at them because they're just expecting them to take damage. But Ana's reload is, like, pretty long, so you gotta be kind of careful where you throw it around. If you're... Ideally, you only have to heal the main tanks as Ana, and you can leave the off-healer to heal up the lower health targets, who they should be prioritizing, but we frequently don't live in an ideal world. But try not to just, like, spam randomly into the mess of people. Try and be, like, a little more deliberate where you're putting the healing, rather than just, like, throwing healing at them. If you want to just throw healing at your team, that's why you pick Moira, pretty much. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more happy to answer. I'm just going to start that all again. Thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join the Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. I start streaming on Twitch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST to 11 EST. There's a link to the channel in the description. If you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of fiddling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.